Hi guys! Welcome to my first entry into the BookTube world. I've been talking about this on my Twitter account for the last couple of days. If you follow me on Author Confession, you may know about this. And I have decided to transition into the wonderful world of BookTube. So stick around as I learn all the ropes and the tags and the challenges and the reviews and basically just all the super fun bookish things. To start off this adventure, I figured the most appropriate way would be to do one of the many tags I have found, and the first one is, of course, the BookTube Newbie tag. So this tag was made by Brenda C, and it is a list of questions that introduce you to the world of BookTube. Question 1. Why did you start this channel? I started my BookTube channel because I wanted to expand my author confession so that I could network with more amazing people. So if you are a book reviewer and you want to know more about the writers, please check out my author confession videos. If you are a confessioner here for to see what this BookTube thing is about, make sure you go network with some of these other booktubers because they've got some really great stuff. Question 2. What are some fun or unique things you can bring to BookTube? Well, the biggest one I hope to bring is just that connection between the readers of BookTube and the writers of Author Confession. Hopefully we can find some new favorite writers. Hopefully we can find some new superfans. Between everybody, I just think that that would be super awesome. Other than that, I think that I, in general, am just a really pretty bubbly person, and I would much rather be happy than sad, so hopefully this channel will be somewhere that you can go if you're ever having just kind of a crappy day, and you can come see me being silly and making a fool of myself and smile a bit. So, question 3. What are you most excited about for this new channel? I'm really just excited for the chance to meet new people. I love networking. I am a writer myself, and one of the things that I have found to be the most fun about joining the writing community and becoming a writer has been just all the cool friendships I've made by meeting new people who share the same passions as me. And so I'm really excited to just be able to find more people to talk about books with, because who doesn't love that, right? So, question 4. Why do you love reading? I guess my favorite thing is just the escape that it provides. It doesn't matter who you are, what's going on in your world. If you can pick up a good book and get lost in it, you can completely be taken somewhere new and just completely magical. And I think that's a really powerful thing. Question 5. What book or series got you into reading? Well, I'm going to mention it, but I'm not going to talk about it too much because I have a feeling that I will be talking about this book a lot in the future because it's my favorite book of all time, and it is the book Ella Enchanted by Gail Carson Levine. It was one of the very first books that I picked up as a child on my own, and it's a retelling of the Cinderella story, and it is just amazing. I love the story, I love the characters, I love the world building. It was the first book that showed me just how magical books can be. Question 6, and this is one that I definitely hope people comment back on because I would really like some answers to these. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? And right now, my biggest question is, how do you do this without looking like a complete spaz? Because I watch you and you all look so poised and you're so brilliant and eloquent, and I am just so impressed by you all. So how do you pull it off without looking like me? So that's my first one. And then my next question is, how do you choose what books you're going to read and review? I mean, there are so many wonderful books out there. How do you figure out what you're going to put next on your TBR pile? Because mine is massive. So do you have any tricks, any tips for me? What can I do? Thanks. Question 7? 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. Question 7. What challenge for YouTube do you think will be the hardest? Well, I guess for me, finding time, I am a writer. I'm also on Twitter and I host the game Author Confession. So I do a lot of things on Twitter for social media. And on top of that, I also am a full-time school teacher and a mom of 2 beautiful kids, and I have a wonderful husband at home as well. So I just think in general, finding time to balance it all is a challenge as in itself. So make sure you follow along and tell me, please, how I do. Question 8. When did you start reading? I started reading really young. My mother was also a teacher, and I just remember her telling me that she would read stories to me, and eventually she had read the stories to me so many times that I would read them back to her, even though I would be completely holding the book upside down. But I had read the stories and loved the stories so much that I'd memorized them. So I've been blessed enough to grow up with that. But then I guess when it really kind of took off, it was when I was younger, probably in 3rd or 4th grade, and I got Ella Enchanted and my mind was just blown. And from there on, I mean, I guess the rest is history. Question 9. Where do I read? I read pretty much anywhere and everywhere. Right now I have a bit more freedom to read because most of my things are on my Kindle or my phone for my books because I recently moved, and when we moved I had to get rid of so many books. The local library made a killing off of us because we donated so many of them to the library. So my physical collection of books right now is not where I'd like it to be, but the benefit is I can read just about anywhere because as long as I can fit my Kindle in my purse or my phone in my purse, which I absolutely can, I've got a book basically on hand all the time. So lots of reading. Hooray! And the last question, number 10, what kinds of books do you read? I read just about anything, but my favorite books are the books that I also write, and that is young adult retellings. I've read so many versions of Cinderella I can't even tell you, but recently I've been on a bit of an Alice in Wonderland kick and also Peter Pan, but that is not a coincidence in any way, shape, or form, but really anything. I don't read a whole lot of adult books because I'm a big kid at heart and I don't act like a grown-up, so I don't read like a grown-up. But mostly if it's just my choice and I'm going to pick up a book, it'll most likely be young adult, it'll most likely be fantastical, and it will be something that just provides an amazing adventure. So those are my books, and that's a little bit about me. I'm very excited to be able to meet the rest of you and learn more about BookTube. So if you have any tips, tricks, or advice, please, please, please don't hesitate to stop by and say hello and maybe comment below with some of your favorite tags, your favorite challenges, your favorite channels. I want to learn all there is about the wonderful world of BookTube. So thank you so much, guys, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Happy reading!